doing this morning, good people? How are you feeling? It's a Thursday morning, right? I hope you are good. Hope you're feeling rested, at least rested enough. Hope you're ready for this meditation. Welcome to this mindfulness meditation on a Thursday morning, 26th of January 2023. Look at us, guys. We made it to 2023. Who would have thought during COVID we'd get this far? 3 years later. It's actually so crazy. Good morning, Kusela. You'll be here for as long as the network allows. As long as it allows. It might allow for the whole time. You never know. Right? So who would have thought that we would get to this point? Or rather, let me phrase it like this. Isn't it crazy that it's been 3 years since COVID? Guys, I remember COVID. And I'm speaking like one of the old people. You know how your parents say, "Yo, I remember that time when we were going to vote and the lines were this long in 1994. They just let out Mandela in 1922. Now we're going to speak like that as well. I remember that time when COVID, Cyril Ramaphosa said we're closing for a few days, then it became a few weeks, 21 days, then it became a month, then it became the whole year. What a time, what a time. That's going to be us. So now that I'm doing it now, 2 years from now, 10 years from now, it's going to be like, remember that time, 2020. COVID-19, coronavirus. Guys, imagine. Our children will be like, what the hell are you talking about, bro? They'll learn it in history class. Whoa, how the tables turn. Anyway, doesn't matter. Guys, COVID was 3 years ago. Can you believe that? COVID-19 happened 3 years ago. 3 years ago. Does it not feel like it was just yesterday? Or at least last year? It's crazy. How much growth have you done in the last 3 years? How different are you from whomst you were to whomst you are now in that space of time? What is still the same? What is not the same? What is different? What is new? Here we go. More air in my nose. What has changed for you since in these 3 years? 3 full years since the world just shifted on its axis. Interesting. I like that kind of stuff where things happen and it's like, whoa, what the hell is going on? I like that stuff. In fact, maybe not a deadly virus, but something that's going to shift the world up again. I think a lot of people have gone back to the comfort of being weird, and not weird in a good way. Weird as in they're just normal again. They're just themselves. They're just who they used to be even before COVID. Just people are doing the same stuff. It's too early to be swearing. People are still doing the same stuff. I'll start swearing at about 10 past 6. Good morning, by the way. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. How are you? Say it back. Say it back. People have gone back to their old ways anyway. Some people have gone back to new ways or gone forward to new ways. Some people are still deciding. But okay, you know why? Because I was not ready in 2020. I wasn't ready. Kusela says she's been stagnant and she's unlearning bad habits. It's hard calling herself out, but it's going down. That's good. That's good. Call yourself out. Let it go down so that it can come back up. If you know about tarot cards, if you ever read a tarot card deck or you watch tarot card readers, then you hear them speaking about something called the Tower Moment. Tower Moment is when everything seems to fall all the way off. Things seem to burn up, things seem to fall off, things seem to break, things seem to just not make any sense. But the Tower Moment is so important for newness to come out. So basically, you're shedding your skin like a snake does. Well, maybe you don't want to be associated with a snake. So let's say, what else sheds its skin? Well, humans technically shed their skin. You just do it after in a long period of time. You're just becoming new. So allow things to fall off, release them. Good morning, Senzo. And DTK, yeah, man. Something must happen again that's just gonna shake it up. Because I wasn't ready during COVID. I was, you know. It's actually very weird how different my life trajectory is now versus when just before COVID started, right? So something must happen again. This time I'll be semi-ready, at least to capitalize. Okay, COVID time I did capitalize, like only at the end of the year. I was going through what you're going through, Pusela, where I was unlearning bad habits, broken hearts, broken wallets, broken minds. Everything was just messed up, you know. But because everything was just messed up, I had to fix it. And in the fixing of everything, I found something new. Kusela says, all cold-blooded animals shed skin. Skawar, I love them all. Great. You a cold-blooded mother dude. Kusela, we see you. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. So, DTK, man, something new must come up. Not a disease or a virus or something very hectic. Just something that's gonna shake things up. Shake it up, you know. This food to like wake more people up. But we're getting into a recession now, so I guess that's gonna shake things up real nice, I suppose. Yikes. Things are gonna be very, very expensive. So the question is, are you going to fall as a victim to the expenses, or are you gonna find a way to use the recession, particularly for a financial gain, or for any type of gain, like for yourself and for the people you care about? What way could you possibly use this coming recession, or this recession that we're already in, to benefit your life? One might think, how the hell do I benefit during a recession? Everyone is struggling, everyone is broke. The question is then, what kind of services do people need when they're in a recession? Do you guys know? Do you guys have any ideas? What type of thing is a basic thing that people will not only not stop buying, but will double down in during a recession? Good morning, everybody who's just joined us. Do you guys know? I'm asking so I can get some ideas. Norman, still stay Nolda. Nolda says her network is bad, but she'll just go for a jog. Hopefully he'll catch up later. Okay, that's fine, Nolda. Enjoy your jog. Get into a meditative state. Y'all know that meditation is simply a singular focus as much as possible. So even when you're jogging or walking or doing whatever, if you can just delete some of the thoughts and focus singularly, you're in a meditative state. So enjoy your jog, Nolda. Elisa says alcohol, and good morning to you too. Good person. Alcohol is correct again. Yeah, but that's a great industry to get into. Whether people are having a good time with their monies or they're having a bad time with their monies, one thing they're gonna buy is liquor. Because life is not about warming. Yeah, ne? Yeah. So that's a great investment to jump into if you want to just make money all the time. Liquor. And in fact, it's weird. Liquor is actually a really interesting service, because the more stressed that people get, recession makes people stressed, then the more liquor they'll buy. Now, I suppose then the question is, what kind of person are you, and do you like to capitalize on people's stresses like that? Well, I suppose you could look at it as, no, the service I provide relieves them of their stress, at least momentarily, so I'm doing good work. But someone else would be like, no, you're dumbing them down, they now can't escape their life because they're drunk all the time and they're beating their wife. You know, there's many ways to look at it. It just depends which side you want to view it. There's always many sides to a coin. Life is more like dice than a coin sometimes. There's a lot of sides to look at it from. But at the end of the day, it's really just pain and pleasure, positivity positive or negative. Yes. Did you get? Okay, so liquor. Liquor, that's one thing. Alcohol is one thing to really get into during a recession that people will buy anyway, whether they are low on cash or not. I know, obviously, well, I was going to say, obviously, food. People have to eat. Sometimes people don't buy food because they don't have enough money. They rather, I don't know what sometimes they don't eat. If people are poor enough, they don't eat. So there's another possibility to get into food parcels, getting involved with a sponsor and delivering food parcels. I used to work for somebody that does that job. Very, very good work. And so what you can do is find a place to get the food for a particular price, get the sponsor to give you a particular amount, you deliver the service to the good people that need the food, you take whatever top revenue comes from that. Makanani says, good morning, family. Not a good morning, but we breathe and keep it moving. Not a good morning. Well, if you say it's not a good morning, Makanani, then it's not going to be a good morning. So I want you to figure out one thing that disproves that it's not a good morning. One thing about this morning right now that says, no, man, this is a good morning, at least if you look at it like this. Why would you want to do that? So that you can practice your powers of perspective. Perspective is really just giving yourself a reality to focus on, just like meditation almost. I want to say so hard, I want to say just lie to yourself. Tell yourself a little lie, but it's a good morning. And then ask yourself why. And then find a reason. There's always a reason for something. Someone will always justify something. Of course, sometimes the justification will be weak, but sometimes the justification can be strong. You never know. You might just not be able to see why it's a good morning right now. And besides the reasons of, oh no, I woke up, I'm here, so let me be thankful for life. Ooh, yeah, that's cute. But, I know it's not a good thing, but that rarely, I think we take it for granted very easily, yes. But for me, it rarely motivates me to feel a huge sense of gratitude. Why? Because sometimes I didn't want to wake up. Like today, in fact. Not that I wanted to be dead, but I wanted to stay in bed. This morning, I wanted to stay in bed, guys, because I slept late last night again. Recording the butterfly program I told you guys about in the group. So I'm like, do I really have to wake up right now? Oh my god. But the master in me was like, Infinite, 3, 2, 1, get up, boom. Makana says you breathe. Kusala says you're breathing. That's about a good morning. Nekut is there. That's good. Okay, I read that very wrongly. She said you're breathing. That's good. About this morning, network is there. That's good. That's what she said. Because I don't know what the hell I just said. She said. Yeah, you're up. You're breathing. Cool. Kusala also says plus you have an opportunity to change things. This is true. That's all fine and dandy also. But I'm like, okay, but what's more than that? That's what. So if I was to hear that I'm having a trash morning and someone says, at least you're up, and I'm like, girl, I don't want to be up. I don't want to be awake. Let me be asleep. My dreams are better than this sometimes. And then you tell me, okay, you have an opportunity to change things. Yes, that's always good. But now I have to actually change things. So let's see if I can find something that is more motivating. Sometimes it's hard to motivate life. Let's see. If you guys want to help, you can. What is really motivating about waking up, even if it's a trash morning? Let's see. No, can't think of anything right now. I think I'd have to be living in Makanani's life to know exactly what to look forward to. For me, what can I look forward to today? Well, it's another opportunity to work towards getting rich. I want to get rich in this life, just so you know. Like one of my best goals is to be rich, to be so rich that I don't care about money anymore, so that I can focus on other things. So now I'm up. now I get another chance, or rather, now I get to think and do things that will get me closer to getting rich, so that I'd care less about ESCOM, so that I care less about Cyril, so that I care less about things that don't need me to care when I have a lot of money. Kuzala says, Coach, the graveyard is the richest place on this earth. It's full of dreams and ambitions. Yes, it is. It's also full of people who are resting. People who are like, yo, thank God I'm dead. I don't know, I'm joking, by the way. I don't know if there are people who are like, thank God I'm dead. Could life be that bad? It depends how life is on the other side. But the graveyard is definitely full of people with dreams and ambitions that didn't make it. And you could be one of those people at any moment, literally at any moment, with like, you could have not woken up, or 6 o'clock in jail, you could. So it is very good to thank and be grateful for and think about life. But I'm like, my question is, what is a very shallow, because that's very deep, right? And it's good, we can be deep, but what is a very shallow reason to be thankful that we're awake? You have to be both sometimes. You have to be deep, yes, have the capacity to be deep, but also have the capacity to be very, very shallow, to be very, very vain. You can't deny one, because there is something in you that is shallow, that is vain. There's something itty, this very unimportant thing to most people. When you're playing the Depth Olympics, I care about it, and you say that out loud. I always say it out loud, my shallowness. In fact, I find it as like a joke to be like, no guys, in this shallow, like, don't look at me doing this whole good work, helping people awaken themselves. It's all fine and dandy, but one thing about me, I'm shallow. I believe in beauty. I believe in looking sexy. I believe in having a lot of money. I believe in having cool stuff. Okay, not really like cool stuff, not really like brands and stuff. Not that big on that. More than that, I believe in like experiencing cool things. I think the most shallow point I have in my life is the beauty. I'm very much vain in terms of how I look. I'm not sexy all the time, and I want people to see that and know that. Now that might come from a trauma response. It might come from anywhere, but it feels good to me to know that I look sexy to myself, and I look sexy to many other people in the world, right? Vain. But it's a part of me, and I accept it, and I embrace it, and I love it, in fact. I lead with it, in fact. So what is it? What is that vain thing that is in your life? That thing that you know is shallow as F. That thing that you know that is shallow as F. That if you were to say it out loud, people would be like, no, you can't, don't focus on that, man. Have some depth. And you're like, depth. I'm going to sit on the side and just dip my feet in on the shallow side. What is it? What is that thing for you? What is something that you're shallow about, guys? Even the deepest person is shallow. Let's think. Even Jesus was shallow, I'm sure, at some point. Like, he cared about something that didn't matter that much. Let's see if I can think of any Bible story that exemplifies Jesus' shallowness. But you look good without trying. Thank you, Kusela. That's the point. That's the point. I can walk around and say, I don't even try that hard, and I'm killing it, Shallow, vain. And I love it. It makes me feel good. Jesus, let's see. What was he shallow about? That guy said a lot of weird things sometimes. I'll have to read the Bible to figure it out. But I know there's something that you're reading the Bible and reading what Jesus is saying, and you're like, Joe, that one is not necessary. But that one, like, I hear every other thing when I'm Vana. But then, I know there's something. I just know there's something. Jesus was a character, guys. And Jesus just didn't care. Once you're very, steadfast and grounded in God and in life in general, you stop caring. Senzo says, one reason that always keeps going is that a year ago I was in a worse position. I like that. Last year, This time next year we'll be living so good, won't remember no pain, I swear. If you listen to SZA, you know that line. That line carried me through 2020 and a little bit of 2021, where it says, this time next year we'll be living so good, won't remember no pain, I swear. And then you're able to look back and you're like, damn, I've grown a lot from who I was then. In the best of ways. Sometimes in the worst of ways too, but sometimes in the best of ways. Uchi Senzo, so I should embrace this moment because I prayed for such times. Okay, I hear that, Senzo. That's very deep. That's very good. I like that. Let's be shallow though. Like, what is the shallow reason that you want to stay alive and you want to embrace this moment? What is the shallowest reason that you can think of? That's a deep thing. It's a beautiful thing. It's a true thing. I love it. But let's go shallow. Let's go to the shallow side, where the water is just by our ankles. Not here. Take it to your ankles. Get it as shallow as possible. Make it as light as possible. Because we need to be able to engage in both worlds. If not for anything, simply so that we can relate to shallow people and say, no, listen, I see this. I agree with this. I feel this. But listen, let's walk you down the deep side. You know? Because if you can't go to the shallow side, then you can never bring people deeper. You can never hold someone's hand because you don't have the capacity to go to the shallow side. Like if you're a fish, like a shark or something like that, you're not able to go to where the waters are low. So if you're maybe a benevolent shark that wants people to learn how to swim, you wouldn't be able to get someone by the hand and bring them to the water, to the deeper side. Uchi, the world needs my smile to shine and my voice to function. Okay, Senzo, I hear that. That's a beautiful one. Let's go even shallower. Let's go something like, when I smile, I know I can convince anyone to do anything for me. You know? When I smile, I know someone is gonna want to give me something, you know? And this is I know how it might feel. It's like, oh no, that's very selfish energy. Yes. Step into that. Have the capacity to step into that. Kusela says, I threaten people with my nothing. Let's fuck shit up and get something, lol. Okay, give them a reason to wake up. I have no idea what that means, Kusela. Please rephrase that and say it again. By the way, guys, we'll start meditating at 6:30 now. But, so it says, need to say something along the lines of, when I smile, I know I can get what I want from somebody, you know? Or when I speak, I know I can find the perfect words to charm somebody, you know? Shallow stuff that people will be like, how senso? You know, you can't think of things like that. How? And you're like, yes, I can. Because I am multifaceted. I am a multifaceted being. Kusala says I have a silver tongue. Anything I say, I get my way a lot. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Like, the tongue is sharp. The tongue is slick. You can do what I want. You see, the thing about having a silver tongue, having a slick tongue is, one, you can get people, or you can get your way from life and from things a lot. But that's the shallow side. And then if you want to take it deeper, you can say, I speak life unto people. I have the ability to speak life unto people. So when you have the power of the tongue, which we all have, but some people more than others because, you know, gifts are different. When you have the power of the tongue, you can speak life to people, or you can speak life unto yourself, or you can, you know, get your way. The power is the power. How you use it is different. Now, we don't want to only use it for shallow stuff, but sometimes it's not that deep. So it says, that's very shallow for me. Okay, we see, he says, I figured that, yo, you're just a really deep person. Okay, so Senzo is like by the waist. Epulini. Maybe we'll walk him to the ankles at some point. When he's by the waist, or maybe Lapa, in terms of depth. So he went from here, which was, what did Senzo say? He went from here, which was, the world needs my smile to shine, or rather, should embrace the moment, because I prayed for such times. He went from here, then he went to here, which is, the world needs my shine. And he's like, that's shallow. That's shallow as hell. I love that. Our shallowness are definitely different. Kuzara says, LOL, with nothing, I make the devil shake, but let me give the devil more things to be angry. I know that's right. Make him unhappy, guys. Hey, the devil is a liar. But, controversial opinion. No, never mind. I'm going to keep that to myself for today. We have 4 minutes. We're going to start meditating. So I'll keep the conversations about the devil that I think in my head today. But this is one thing I will say. If you love, and you're full of love in general, then you should also love the devil. What do I mean by love the devil? I don't mean do what the devil says. No, that's not how love works. You define love for yourself, and then realize that the devil deserves love as well. But get askola. Mnganglese says, I do not do shallow, I love depth. You love depth. I also love depth. But depth is not the only thing that exists in life. Sure, you don't have to choose shallowness. That's up to you. I'm saying, have the ability to go there. Just like how people say, if you go to hell, or rather, if you go low, I'm going to go to hell. You have the ability to take it there. So how about we reverse that? Have the ability to take it up instead of going deeper. How about you just go, everything is light. Like, akonde theni man wethu ndimhle ndinemali kumnandi apha elifini, things are nice. Or I got a girl, I got a man, I got nice clothes, got nice cars, everything is good, That level. That's also important for me, for a couple of reasons. Kusela says, hello, I'm with y'all for a few minutes, guys. Okay, sorry that we didn't start meditating, Kusela, but you're going to come off anyway. You'll have to catch this on YouTube. Senzo says, I'll use what you just said as a punchline, and depleta. Nothing, aye. Is it okay, Senzo? You see, you can get a little shallow. We see that. I love that. Ngangalese says, see, no depth. Exactly, that's the point. Ngangalese. But there's joy on the shallow side as well, if you find it. It's there. Like, it's nice to not care too much about things. It's nice to be like nonchalant sometimes. Not all the time. And you can be more depth than you are shallow. But you need to balance it. There's this other guru. I think his name is Osho. You guys probably have heard of him. Kuzel says Soji Danko, that's the way he came. This other guru, his name is Osho, and he fully believes. He had a Rolls Royce. He fully believes in material gain, material success. And that makes sense, guys, for honest reasons. Like, if you're a spiritual leader and a highly spiritual person and a person devout to God, then it should make sense that you have all of Earth's blessings at your disposal. Because it's God, right? It can't always be the case that abantu bakaThixo are broke, or they're living a nomad life where they don't need or even want the material things. No, guys, we can't all be like that. Not all of us want to be like that. I want the material things, for example. The trick is to balance it, to realize that there is more than the material things. But ndiyazifuna nazo, nam ndiyayifuna i-Rolls Royce. Well, I want a Bentley personally. And in the grand scheme of things, it may not matter. It's just a car. But it's nice to have. And if I can have it, why not have it? Especially if it's not going to take away from my spiritual journey. In fact, it might even enhance my spiritual journey. In fact, it might make people more interested in how I got this Rolls Royce or this Bentley. And then they'll listen to me more. And then once they think that they're going to get this Bentley, in fact, what they get is a life of purpose. Kusela says, and that guru was onto something. Why should I wait till I'm dead to enjoy? Exactly. Bentley is the way. Yeah, I want one too. That's what Kusela says. So yes. So one thing I believe in that I was telling my friend the other day. Okay, this is the last thing I'll mention, then we'll get into meditation. One thing I believe in that I was telling my friend the other day is, I want to become a thirst trap. Like I said, I believe in beauty. Very, very shallow in that instance. I want to become a thirst trap. Yeah, we'll get the body right, get the face looking good, all the optics, so that I can get people's eyes on me, so that they can engage with my content, so that once they start listening to the videos, they can start asking themselves the questions that I'm sure most of you guys started asking yourself when you guys found me the first time. You're like, that's a good point, or that's a good question. Let me get into it more. Oh, I've needed something like this. Da 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 da. But where did it start? It started from them wanting my body, or wanting to be close to me, or wanting to date me, or wanting to sleep with me, or wanting to be close, to have the stuff that I have. You catch more flies with honey. And honey, I want to be sweet, sweet, sweet. My point is, there's always a reason for something, and you can take the shallow side and connect it to the deep end. This is what I was saying, like, if you can go to the shallow side, then you can pull people slowly but surely and teach them how to swim in the deep end, if that's what you're here to do in life, right? Or you can stay in the deep end and teach people how to go deeper. That's also a possibility. Then the question is now, what is shallow to you and what is depth to you? Like Senzo was saying, that level is shallow to him, so it must be him. Mhlawumbe wena Senzo, you can go way deeper than I can, up in Manzini. And when you're going shallow, it's my level of that's still kind of deep. You know what I mean? Okay, I'm going to stop right there and we're going to get into this meditation. I'm glad it makes sense. So, let us take a quick deep breath in. 3, 2, 1, deep breath in. Hold it and deep breath out. Eyes still open. Kusela says, too late, you're already sweet. You're a mountain I'd love to climb. I love that. I love that. Okay, I'm not gonna say much of that because we gotta meditate. But I love it. Okay, we're gonna take another deep breath and then we'll close our eyes this time. In 3, 2, 1, deep breath in. Close your eyes. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it and exhale really slowly. And feel your sacred space. You are now entering your world. This world belongs to you and God alone. And you have the power and the authority to welcome anybody else that you choose inside this world. Only the people that you choose. Nobody can enter this world without your permission. This is your sacred space. This is your quiet place. Just feel it out and find the rhythm of your breath as you do it. In, out. In, out. In, out. Keep that rhythm and connect deeper into your sacred space. Connect deeper into your quiet place. Sink into it more. We're going to do a breathing exercise. If you've been here before, you know the drill. If it is your first time, firstly join the group, the WhatsApp group, by clicking the link in the bio after this meditation. Secondly, just follow my instructions on how to breathe in this moment. We're going to breathe in, we're going to hold it until I say release it. When you release it, you're going to release it very, very slowly. As slow as you possibly can. And then I will count us down from 10. And with each descending number, you will sink deeper into your sacred space. With each number, oxygen out, all the air out. Breathe normally, and we're going to count. As I count, I want you to also count in your mind. And like I said, with each descending number, you sink deeper down a level. 10, 9, you're going deeper. 8, 7, are you sinking deeper? 9, 8, start it again. 7, 6, go deeper. 5, 4, 3, deeper you go. 2, 1. Let's take a deep breath in and hold it at the top. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. And exhale very slowly. Very controlled, very slow, very intentional. I'm going to count down from 10. 9, join me in your mind. 8, sinking deeper. 7, 6, deeper you go, deeper you go. 5, more relaxed you're becoming. 4, shoulders are relaxing. 3, your back is relaxing. 2, you're unclenching your jaw. 1, and take a deep breath in. Deep breath in, deep breath in, deep breath in, deep breath in, and hold it at the top. Hold it. 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 And slowly, slowly breathe out. Very slowly, very controlled, sinking deeper into the moment. 10, 9, 8, sinking deeper. 7, 6, you're getting calmer. 5, quieter. 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe normally. This is going to be a mindfulness meditation. The aim of this meditation is to allow your thoughts to simply pass right on by without attachment to them, without going deep into them. Just let them pass by. Acknowledge them, be aware of them, and let them float right on by like traffic on a highway. We're going to do this in complete silence. In 3, 2, 1. Enjoy the meditation. Just let it flow. Let that thought pass you right on by, very easily, very gently. Just let it go. Release it. Just let it flow. Let it go. Right past you. If you were sucked into a thought, down a rabbit hole, just bring yourself back and allow that thought to ride right on by, like a leaf in the wind. There it goes. Just let it flow right on by, like traffic on the highway. Be aware of the thoughts, notice them, see which ones continue to show up again, and take note of that, but then allow it to float right on by. Don't forget to breathe. Just let it float right on by. on the highway, driving right by you. Gone. Just like that. Just let it float right on by. State of non-attachment to your thoughts. Aware of them, seeing them, but letting them go. Just let it go right on by. Non-attachment, but awareness. Mindfulness. Right. Now what I want us to do is take a quick deep breath in. 3, 2, 1. Breathe in. Hold it. And breathe out slowly. And place your hand on your heart to show gratitude for the deep things. And maybe even for the shallow things. For the present moment. Or for a moment that has passed. With someone, with something that you care about. Or even gratitude for a moment that you're looking forward to. Now when you feel this gratitude, and you can find that moment right now if you're ready. When you feel the gratitude, feel it in your chest area. And allow that energy to be transferred into your hand, into your palm. And allow it to move down your arm, into your elbow. Then move up from your elbow to your shoulder. Then from your shoulder back to your chest. And keep that motion going. Allow that energy to move. This will help you be aware of the energy in your body and help you practice how to make it move to the direction in which you command. So find your moment right now, a grateful moment, sexy moment, deep moment, happy moment where you felt seen, where you felt safe, where you learned something new, or experienced something new from someone. Moment where you fell in love with someone or something. Or this moment right now, where you're here, you're able to meditate. Not many people can. Not many people know about it, so it's a blessing. Find your moment, and then just allow the circuit to go. I'll give you some time. Feel that gratitude fully. And we're going to say thank you a couple of times while holding this moment and continuing the circuit at least 7 times. You can say it out loud or in your head. In 3, 2, 1, say thank you. Say thank you. And as you say thank you, increase the feeling in your heart and increase the circuit. Say thank you. Say thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. We're going to breathe in, and then we're going to let it go into the world, into the universe, back to God. In 3, 2, 1, deep breath in. Hold it, and deep breath out, and you can drop your hand. Now, I'm going to take a deep breath in, and we're going to release this moment, this meditation. And you can open your eyes when you're ready after the breath, and come back to the physical world. In 3, 2, 1, deep breath in. Hold it, and release. You can open your eyes and come back when you're ready. How do you feel? How do you feel right now? Is your mind at ease? Are you at more peace than you began? Does your chest feel warm? How do you like it when we are in complete silence versus when the music is playing versus when we have a guided meditation. Tell me what you like about it. Tell me the difference in experiences. And maybe even tell me which you prefer more. Let me know. By the way, if you're new here, you've never meditated with us before, click the link in my bio and click the WhatsApp group. It'll take you to our meditators group. Beautiful people, beautiful souls, beautiful energy. Energy of growth, healing, self-awareness, love, fulfillment, purpose, vision, intention, excitement, beauty. If you like any of these things that I just mentioned, then that group is for you. Senzo says he did not want to come back. The happiness, peace, and beautiful emotions were great. I know that feeling where you're like, the real world will catch me later. Zen, when you're calm, when you're easy, when everything feels like it flows smoothly, peacefully, rightfully so. This feeling, Senzo, is a feeling that we want to cultivate inside first, but the ultimate goal is to cultivate it in our physical world as well, with the people that we spend time with, the things that we do with our time and energy, things that we listen to, the things that we say, the things that we eat, things that we drink, things that we watch, things that we, everything. The journey is to align it all to this feeling of happiness, of peace, of beauty, of good feeling emotions. Another one of my online mentors, Joe Dispenza, calls it, what does he call it? He doesn't call it higher order emotions, that's what I call it. He calls them elevated emotions. Emotions that are not just here, but, you know, those high order emotions, those highly valuable emotions. Senzo says, silent meditation is my hill. I love it. I also feel really good with these silent meditations. Dare I say, sometimes even better than the guided meditations. I think one of the issues that I have with guided meditations is a lot of the times these meditations on YouTube are random white women. And now you're hearing her voice every day, whispering in your ear. Just breathe one more time. Yeah, no hate on Jessica, but silence is really golden. Being silent is so good. I feel good as well. I feel really good. I feel more at ease. Now, don't get me wrong, the guided meditations are really nice as well. Why? Because they get you to focus on a particular something. But the silence and the ability to just let things flow and to hear the silence and to let it infiltrate your space. There's something about it. Something about it. So perhaps in the future, and definitely actually in the future, we're going to do a lot less guided meditations. And I'll just be the one guiding us in silence to still focus on particular chakras, but to do so in just complete. Don't you just love life? Don't you just love the magic that is available to us at every moment? The depth, Senzo's favorite thing, the depth that is available to us at every moment to go deep and to go deeper. And like I said, shallowness is nice and it's important sometimes, but of course there's nothing like depth. Depth in emotions, depth in feeling, depth in presence. Senzo says this is indeed going to be a great day. He just feels it. I know, I can feel it too. Senzo. Yes, I love that. Angelisa says silent meditation all the best. Did not want to open my eyes. Choose to stay and enjoy, yes. Don't get lost into it now. Makanani, which is one of the VIPs in the VIP program, she had an issue when she came to me. She was like, she doesn't like doing things that get her to like disappear into a moment, because what if she doesn't want to come back? What if she never comes back? That's a fear that she had, and I was like to her, listen, you have the power to go and to come back. It's all up to you. Unfortunately, we have to come back. Funny enough, some yogis, they don't come back. If you've watched a video by Sadhguru, if you know who he is, he's just this really famous guru. Excuse me. He says he once went to the forest, because that's where everyone does meditation, right? If you're looking for enlightenment, go to the forest, you'll find something there. He went to the forest for some odd reason, and he sat there and got into a meditative state. Silence just the world, closed his eyes, went inside, and he traveled. He says he felt like he was there for maybe an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, maybe 4. But by the time he opened his eyes, there was a crowd of people around him. He opens his eyes and he says, what the hell? What's going on here? Why are you guys here? What's up? And they're like, we've come here to get some wisdom from you. You're a yogi. You're clearly a person of wiseness and of knowledge and of enlightenment. And he's like, what are you talking about? I'm just sitting, just meditating for myself. I've been here for a couple of hours. And they're like, no, you've been here for 14 days. And he's like, yeah. Now, I don't know how true it is, but I don't doubt that it's possible. The bodies are capable of doing amazing things. The mind is capable of doing amazing things. And once we get lost into a moment and we really dive deep into that moment and travel all the way to its depths, time gets dilated and warped. This is the conversation we were having earlier or the other day about Beyonce's 24 hours. It's different from ours. Why? Because time does not work the same for her, because she does different things. So time in that moment for Sadhguru did not work the same as it did for everyone else. He felt he was there for 4 hours, but he was there for 14 days. And that's the feeling that we just had just now, where you don't want to come back, where this is so peaceful, so zen, so quiet that you just want to sink even deeper. And if you allow yourself to go even deeper, it will move so fast, before you know it, it'll be 1 o'clock on Saturday. And you're like, when did I get here? Time is a social construct. Time is something you perceive, and time is something you can shift based on your perception of it. Of course, your physical body is bound by the rules of nature in this physical realm, but your mind and your spirit are bound by nothing that this body is bound by. They work on different rules. They work on different time periods and zones and allowances. That's what happens when you die. You leave the body and you go into the world of the spirit. Things work very differently there. And we can experience it just by sitting down and forgetting our body for a moment. That's why we close our eyes and go deeper into ourselves, into our sacred space. And once we feel that depth, we forget that our body is even there. Because why? We're living via the inner man, the spiritual man, the inner being. That's the vantage point. That's the perspective. That's where our consciousness and awareness is seated. When we go deep into ourselves, we breathe, and we allow the thoughts to flow by in a state of non-attachment, Because what happens is if you think, that's another binding mechanism. A thought binds you to a particular point in existence. Just like how your body binds you to a particular point in the physical world, a thought is like a body for your spirit, something like that. Or let me say, a thought is like an anchoring for your attention. Yes, that's better. So if you think of something, you'll be thinking of that thing. You'll be in that moment, in that thought. But if you can let it go, then you're floating in the space of infinite possibilities. That's why it feels so good. Because anything can happen, anything is real, anything is available. Everything is available. Peace, serenity, calm, whatever it is that you're looking for, it's available to you right now. But the reason that you don't experience it is because you are localized, you're focused on a particular point in your existence, which is giving you a particular type of existence. So if you're focused, or rather if you're in your body, you're going to experience the existence that your body allows you to experience, whatever that is. If you're in your head, you're going to experience the existence that your head, your thoughts, your mind allows you to experience, whatever that is. Because you're localized, you're focused you're focused on a particular point. You have a focal point, that's what I wanted to say. So you'll experience the things of that focal point. But once you allow yourself to ascend that a little bit more and to let it go, forget about your body, forget about the thoughts, then you're living, or you're getting closer to a realm where you're not localized, you're not focused on anything particular. So anything and everything is possible in that moment, because there's nothing that you're focused on, so you can focus on anything. And the higher you go and the longer you meditate, the closer you get to something Joe Dispenza calls the, what does he call it? I forgot what he calls it. But it's basically that space in which all possibilities exist. It's when you lose your mind, or when you leave your mind. Hence I always say, sometimes just lose your mind a little bit on purpose. But be able to come back if you want to. But sometimes lose your mind so that you can experience the infinite possibilities that exist for you in the world and in the universe. And then come back to your localized point with new information, with a new perspective of possibility and growth. And then that's when you can start changing your life from the inside out. All right. It is 7:10. Thank you so much for joining this meditation. I hope you have a beautiful day today. And Senzo said it's going to be a beautiful day, and I believe him. So let's enjoy it. Let's step into the beauty. Let's not even try to force the beauty. Let's just step into it with ease. I will see you guys tomorrow at the very same time, at the very same place, to do the very same thing. We're going to meditate our lives into pure bliss, one meditation at a time. Thank you so much for joining. I love you. I will see you tomorrow.